Bricktopian. Hello everyone, it's Bricktopian here, and today I will be looking at a MOC that I have made. This MOC is based on the theme of classic space, and it uses references to that particular theme. I have previously made a big Lego car, which is 8 studs wide, which you can see here in the background. But this time I wanted to make something smaller, that's only 4 studs wide, so it can fit into the Lego City theme scale as opposed to the Lego Speed Champion size. This car is very simple, but it uses some really familiar techniques that you may have seen in other Lego City cars. But I basically made it look really spacey because I've changed the normal lights that they would have on cars from the regular transparent to the trans yellow. I have also added the red wheels as opposed to just grey or black or some other colour, so they match the vibe of a lot of classic space vehicles because a lot of them have red wheels. I have also added the printed 2x4 tiles that come from the Galaxy Explorer 2021 set onto each side to represent nice printed decor for the vehicle. You can get those on Bricks and Pieces at the moment, so that's where I got these from. I ordered about 5 of them, so that I have them for different projects. You may notice that I've used a nice convertible design, and the windscreen is one of those tiles with the edge on, and it's the 1x4 size in trans yellow. I've also added wing mirrors by adding those modified plates that have the stud bits sticking out on the end. I don't know, I can't remember what they're called now, and I've added grey tiles onto them. I've also at the back added one of the trans yellow lightning bolt pieces into a open stud so that you get a sense of lightning power instead of just normal fuel, because, well, it's a space car. I can make it futuristic and it can be powered by lightning. At the back, I've also added this nice ingot that I found in red. That's actually that is on Bricks and Pieces, but it's actually available in the A-frame cabin set, and I thought that looked really nice as like a bumper. I've used the cheese slopes in light grey here and at the front to represent the rest of the bumper, and then I've got just a 1x2 one of them bracket plate pieces under there, and then I've put these great pieces on top of them, or whatever they're called. I think they're called grill pieces in 1x2 tiles on top in light grey, and I think that looks really good, and it sort of matches the vibe of my big one I did, which also has that. You may also be noticing that I've got a radiator in the background. Well, that's for 2 reasons. One, because the lighting is better by the window at the moment because it's in the winter and there's no lighting, and natural lighting looks much better than synthetic lighting if you can use it, from my opinion. But also because I think it actually adds an anesthetic to the not anesthetic, that's something people use to knock you out, and I don't know what the word is, you know what the word is, a synth, I don't know, an atmosphere to the visuals of space for some reason. I don't know why, but it kind of works. But yeah, this is the big one, as I've shown you before. I've actually made some modifications since the last video. So I've actually added these 1x2s with the striped like warning sign on, like, the red and the black and yellow alternating. I've had the ones on the roof before, but now I've added the 1x2 versions on here to add a bit more detail. I've also added these sticking out on the side attached to snot bricks. They're like them slope tiles with a 1x1 plate underneath, just to give a bit more aerodynamics and make it not quite so boxy. The other major thing you'll notice from the last video, if you've seen it, is that the wheels now are red as opposed to silver wheels with a trans red dish on top. Now the actual wheels are red, and I think it looks a lot better and really matches the fact that a lot of classic space vehicles, like I said, that they would do in the past, that land vehicles would actually have red coloured wheels, because at the time nearly all Lego wheels were red anyway. But it's sort of a really nice throwback to have that, and like I say, I've matched that on the little one by using these in red. These are quite hard to get in red, both these sort of wheels and these, but these ones are really difficult. These are from the Ford Bronco Speed Champion set, and I managed to get them off of Brick Owl website, which is like Bricklink. managed to get off that. But I think there was a time they were on eBay as well. I might have got some from eBay. But yeah, the big car looks really nice, and the little one. Which one do you prefer? The big one or the little one? I think I still prefer the big one because of how much detail. But the little one does look really cute, and I really do like how I've added the classic space tiles on the side. And if you look in the top, you can see he fits so snugly, and his arms fit in there perfectly. That's because I've used these attached like that with snot technique, and then I've just put one of these pieces plates on that's got the the sliding edge on it, like the edge sticking out. I don't know what it's called. They're like used for like if you've got a sliding mechanism or something. I've used that on there as well. So as you can see, you basically do that, and it fits perfectly in there actually, and it's actually almost the exact right height for this, which is really ideal. And also I've just put one of these modified tiles at the back that's got like the bar on as like a back of the seat. And then I've made it as low down as possible in there for where he sits so that he doesn't look too high up for the windscreen. Because I didn't want to make this car too thick in that way, because otherwise it would take away from the smallness of it, and the length would seem maybe perhaps a little bit too small. But basically he's sitting like, literally I've used one of these plate pieces that's got the hole, the 2x2 hole space in the middle, the grey ones that do that, and it's basically sitting right on the bottom of the very bottom plate, which I think works really well. And I've also used one of these like wedge shaped pieces in light grey here for the bonnet, and I've just put a couple of cheese slopes on top, which I think looks nice as well, and it sort of matches the fact that this has this slope on with a printed tile, obviously printed plate with a printed brick. Printed brick with classic space. Obviously, this doesn't have a print at the front, but I felt like I didn't need it because of these big ones on the side are so like prominent, and also because they don't really do one that's similar to this in this size. They only do like the white background ones with the more modernized version of the classic space logo that they do in city sets. And I said this, I want this inspired by city designs, but not so much that it doesn't have the complete classic space detailing in the like decor and all that stuff. But there's not really a lot else I need to say about it. Yeah, it's 4 studs wide, so it's pretty small. And it would fit on literally pretty much any Lego road you would have, and it would fit better with with city scale than perhaps buildings or other speed champion stuff, because this is 8 stud speed champions designed. But basically, it was quite cool because I based this on I looked at speed champion sets to get most of the ideas for this, and this one I looked at most of the city cars, so I sort of you get a nice combination of different styles. And then obviously you've got the classic space minifigure, which comes from the Galaxy Explorer set, and I managed to get an extra one off eBay. It was like 15 quid, which is quite a lot, but I managed to do it because I wanted the one that's from that set, from the recent Galaxy Explorer, not one of the original ones, because some of them have faded torsos, and I like the fact that this has the head with the open head, whereas the original ones don't. I wanted it to be all like in production parts for this MOC. So that's sort of my thinking as well. That's sort of what I do. Obviously, you could add accessories to him if you wanted, but there's not really anywhere to put it. But yeah, he just fits so well in there. Obviously, you can only fit one minifigure, but I kind of like that. It's like very compact and feels like a little futuristic version of a smart car. And obviously, you could make it a bigger one if you wanted, or a longer one if you want like a long, obscure version, or one with extra wheels. And obviously, I use these wheel arch pieces, which are like these 2x4 plate pieces that have like the indent in them, and they're used as wheel arches. So I used 2 of them in blue, which looks really good, I think. And a lot of this design is also not only similar to city sets, but it's also similar to Emmett's car from the Lego Movie. You'll notice some similarities, like the arches and the lights and stuff. But it's sort of a mixture of different things in a way. But yeah, obviously his car in the Lego Movie had a roof on, whereas this doesn't. That's partly because of part constraints. I couldn't find anything that looked particularly good to give it a whole roof. I know there is a 4 wide canopy, but it didn't really look right, and it would have raised it up higher because his head kept banging on the roof. So I've just used like I say, this tile with this edge on, and had it as convertible, and just used a couple of trans yellow cheese slopes to like give some curving to the windscreen. and there's just a steering wheel there. There's no controls or anything, which is a bit of a shame, but it would have made it again longer and a bit awkward to do. And then the back, I've just got this nice like weird shaped brick. I don't remember what it's called, but I've used that at the back because I thought that was quite fun. And it gives a bit of like sense of the convertibility and a bit more shape. But anyway, they're just my thoughts on this little mock I did. I hope you like it, and I hope it inspires you to do your own stuff. And yeah, this is another picture of what it looks like next to the big version. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.